G'day there, podcaster. Obviously, it all built to a head with our Wrexham competition, with that quiz. $10,000 was given away, finally. And
How about that winner, hey?
So crazy. So crazy. It's a real nail-biter, so make sure you listen to that. Also, you might have seen from the title of the podcast, unless someone's overridden it and changed it, someone gets their foreskin trapped in a cupboard. Is it Ben, myself, or a caller? You'll have to stick around to find out. Well, unless there's something you're not telling us.
I'm not going to get into the anatomy of a girl, but technically girls also do.
Wait, Belle, I'm not going to argue with you, but it's just not a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can call it, well, it's a different thing, is what I'm saying. You can't claim.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's not get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You ready?
stop what you're doing and listen.
Live across Australia. It's radio. This is Ben, Liam, and Bell on Nova.
Good evening, Australia. How good is this? It's a Friday night and it's going to be a big one.
It is $10,000 to give away this evening, plus tickets to see Wrexham take on Sydney FC and Melbourne Victory.
But we're kicking it off tonight with 13, 24, 10. You open the door, and what did you see? Earlier in the week, we got this incredible call from a girl called Olivia. She gave us a buzz and actually shared this story about what she witnessed at TAFE.
I was doing a TAFE course and I walked into a supplier closet and I saw my teacher and a fellow student.
And it was TAFE.
Yes, and the student was
Yeah,
older.
like
I think they were like 40,
they're like 40.
and
Yep.
married.
Yeah,
And,
just
yeah,
hearing
all-
that back sounds real bad, but like TAFE, guys, it's
We
TAFE.
confirmed teacher 60, student
Yeah.
was 40.
Yeah,
Yeah,
real
yeah.
old and wrinkly. Gross. You know, well above the age of consent.
Even their kids might have been consenting
Mm-hmm.
adults. At that point, it's all good.
All right, we have got 12 months worth of KO to give away tonight. It's an amazing prize just for getting involved. And if we love your story, it's all yours. So start calling 13 24 10. You open the door, and what did you see?
Lucy in Sydney, you've opened that door.
I did. I opened the door and I saw my father-in-law peeing.
Oh, was it the bathroom?
It was the bathroom door, yes, and he didn't lock it. And I opened it and, yeah,
I mean,
Died for life.
you know, if he was pissing into like your son's bedroom or something, like that would be weird. But it's like you know, that is the place he's supposed to be doing.
Can
that.
I ask, sometimes, depending on the bathroom layout, the toilet can be either like when you walk in, their backs to you, but it could also be side on. Was it side on? Or
it
back
was
on?
side on. No, my bathroom is the doors down the end and it was side on,
Okay,
yes.
so you saw it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See, and also my partner, this is a weird one, my partner sometimes sits to wee because he says he, quote, can't be bothered standing.
Yeah, I do that too.
do you really?
At night, because I won't get it in at night. You got to listen for the water, and sometimes if you're a bit tired.
Exclusively.
You're like, I haven't heard the water in a while, you guys. I think it might be on the tiles.
Exclusively at night, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not during the day.
I tell you what, growing up, I don't think my brother sat down at night. Chelsea, good evening, 13, 24, 10. You open the door.
Okay, so we were walking around our neighbourhood, me and my brother, and I was probably like 15, and we seen my uncle's car home, which was random because we thought he was at work, and we were like, oh, we'll just go around and use the pool. Knocked on the front door. He didn't answer, so we kind of just walked in, and Celine Dion was playing. He was in full drag, and he was painting his nails.
Wow. Oh, my gosh. So what happened after that?
Nothing. I feel like there was about like a 30-second, just like everyone was silent and looking at each other, and we didn't even care. We didn't care that he was doing that. Couldn't care less at all. We were more like, you're so buff and you've got all of your rippled muscles in this tiny, tiny dress, which actually looked pretty good. And we were like, oh, no, we didn't even know that you liked Celine Dion. Like, I feel like that was the shock and not anything else.
That's a great story, Chelsea. I must admit, I misheard you, and I thought you said you opened the door and you saw your uncle painting Celine Dion's nails.
What the hell kind
Which
of...
I was like,
Which,
whoa!
I mean, like, Ben's like, why isn't everyone reacting bigger to this? Like, he's friends with Celine Dion. He's doing her nails. Shellac, I bet.
Incredible.
Sam in Melbourne, what about you? You've opened that door. What'd you see?
I saw a crime scene.
Oh, okay, like a murder or something?
So I was working at a hostel and I was showing a new guest to their room.
And I opened the door, and inside there was glass and blood everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Turns out that room was a crime scene, and I hadn't been warned. The guest hadn't been reassigned. So luckily I slammed the door shut in time, made an excuse, and then assigned them to a new room.
What? Hang on. So there wasn't even like tape all over the door or anything. Wow.
Still wasn't as bad as those hostel showers, am I right?
It's so true. Like, I've seen worse hostels.
Yeah.
Bit of brain and some glass on the bed. Flick that off. That's fine. It's only $20 a night. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
You're in Munich. Enjoy it.
If you're listening to this podcast at 2 times speed, it's the Ben Liam and Bell podcast.
That time of the week where we revisit some of our favourite phoners. We did some good ones this week. 13, 24, 10. What did the doctor get wrong? Some funny ones, and then just some like sad ones.
Yeah.
Didn't make you feel good after it. We did. Did you go to school with
Sorry. Shouldn't laugh at that.
No, you shouldn't. No. Did you go to school with a crim? Someone went to school with Ivan Milat. You missed that show, Ben. Crazy. Check it out in the podcast.
We'll kick it off with Emma. Good evening, Emma. You saw a big celeb in a strange location. Who was it?
Yeah, when I was 19, I used to work at the Rip Curl store in Melbourne, but one customer that came in was Jack Black.
Whoa!
He's like exactly how you would expect him to be. He was like, we're all wigging out, and again, we're just pretending we were just like acting cool and just like pretend we didn't really know, but we knew. And he was just grabbing some boardies because he wanted to go swim in his hotel pool.
Wow.
So
yeah,
Jack
he's like,
Black.
just want to go for a swim, you know, and he's like, yeah, dude, so, yeah, he was a dude. Yeah, he was so cool.
Oh, I love that. I bet you he bought a rashie as well. He loves a rashie, does
Yeah.
Jack Black. Yeah.
Brian in Barizzi, we're doing Second Chance Talkback, and you want to call up for what's your unlikely love story?
Hey team, I was in a nightclub in the toilets and met this guy in there. We were both electricians, so we were having a bit of a chat in there. He goes, "Oh, do you want me to introduce you to this girl out in the nightclub?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, righto." We went out there and introduced me to this girl, and I was like, "Oh, give us a twirl." Had a bit of a dance, and then he's like, "Oh, that's my wife." And I was like, "What?" And I thought they were some kind of swingers or something like that. And he was like, No. She's got a twin sister. And anyway, we ended up getting her phone number, started chatting, had the date, and yeah, now we're married.
Sorry, I think this is the burning question. Did you get with the guy's wife or the guy's wife's twin?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Oh,
I haven't got either of them
Ryan.
yet.
No. Oh.
No. Still happily married. No, it's awesome.
We're currently doing Second Chance Talkback. Good evening, Michelle. Now, what do you wish your parents never saw?
My boyfriend's penis. I took a photo on a film camera of my boyfriend's penis, and my mum picked up the pictures.
Artsy.
Yep. So you subjected the man at Target for that as well. Kmart.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
obviously, we live in a digital age, but so did you get like an old school analog and then get your partner to pose and was it like, how'd you frame it up?
Oh, no, I was 18. It was 30 years ago.
Yeah, right.
And I didn't have to ask him at all. He just was there, and I...
Yep.
Bang.
Might not be relevant, but just because you say an analog photo, I do find it interesting. How did you frame it up? Was it just hog?
What, flash or no flash?
No. Was it just his hog or was his body in it as well? Like, was he in the photo and he was
Was
just
it
nude?
side on or front on?
No, he was driving, and he'd gotten out to take a wee on a long trip. and he got back
That's
in
better.
and
Okay.
he
Yeah,
back
that's
up.
yeah.
Yeah,
now
bit of
I
a
get it.
Into
funny.
his lap.
Gotcha.
But it was very obvious that he was the only person who it could be.
Yeah,
So-
gotcha.
That's probably good. If there was like lots of different ones in the film role, she'd be like, "Oh, come on, Michelle. I mean, please."
Oi, stop gooning. The next bit's about to start.
Ben Liam and Bell here on your Friday night across Australia on Nova, and what a prize this is.
Wrexham is coming down under this July. Watch the Red Dragons take on Melbourne Victory and Sydney FC. Get your tickets now at Ticketek. Ben, Liam and Bell's Football Face-Off.
Someone here is about to win $10,000 and tickets to Wrexham, mind you, their pre-season against Melbourne Victory and Sydney FC. They're the team taking the world by storm at the moment. Ryan Reynolds owns them, of course, alongside Rob McElhenney. Now, we've had carryover champs all week. You got to beat me in a football quiz to win. Sam, you're in Brizzy. What team do you support?
Mate, I support PSG.
Oh, knocked Liverpool out of the Champions League. That's annoying, but I hope you guys win. You've probably been the best team of the tournament. So imagine that. You win a Champions League and you get 10K. That'll be all right. That'll be a good week.
That would be absolutely unreal.
Now, Sam, I'm going to make the rules real simple for you. As soon as you get a question wrong, you're out. And we have another contestant on the line ready who is Hayden in Adelaide.
Hayden, who do you support?
Man United.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Yeah, I might just lay over and let Sam win, I think.
That's the thing. So, Hayden, you hang there. You don't need to do anything. This is all on Liam and Sam. And if Liam gets a question wrong, Sam, you are walking away with the tickets and $10,000.
Liam, the pressure's on, mate.
Oh, no, dude.
Let's do it. Kicking off with you, Sam. What is the minimum number of players you can have on the field to avoid forfeiting?
That's a tough question.
That is a pretty curly
I'm going to say
question.
9. I think it's 9 players.
You're going to lock in 9?
I'm going to lock in 9.
Oh, Sam! Oh, my God!
I thought that was
You're
an
kidding.
easy question.
That's a hard question, Bill!
It's like, you play
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
You got a minimum number.
No, I'm so sorry, Sam. That is such a hard question to get bowled at you. But...
Oh, my God. Hayden,
What
that
is the
means...
answer?
Hayden, the answer is 7. Hayden, mate, you've won $10,000.
Oh my God, are you serious?
We're serious, Hayden.
Oh my God, no way.
I can't believe it.
Oh my God.
I mean, this is great, and I'm really excited for Hayden, but doesn't he have to beat me in the quiz? Is that how it works? Are we getting ahead of ourselves here?
That is true, yes.
Yeah.
Give him a question, Belle.
All right, okay.
The $10,000 question.
Hayden, this is all or nothing, not to put the pressure on, but
Okay.
which A-League team plays their home games at Coopers Stadium?
Adelaide United.
Oh, that is correct.
All right, Liam, if you get this wrong, this means that Hayden wins $10,000 and tickets to see Wrexham.
Hit me.
Which player scored the third goal in the final of World Cup 1998?
Okay, it was France won, so I'm going to say Zidane.
That is incorrect.
Oh, right, wait, that means you've won!
Oh!
Who was it?
The correct answer is it Petite?
Emmanuel Petit. Yeah.
Yep, okay.
Oh, yeah, mate. Happy for you to win.
Hayden, you're $10,000 richer.
Oh my God, no way.
I can't believe it.
Oh my God.
After all of that, a Man United fan wins 10 grand.
Oh my God, are you guys serious?
Yeah, dude, no, you've got $10,000 and you've got tickets to both of the Wrexham games.
Oh my God, thank you so much, guys. That's incredible. Just with a lot of things that I've had to deal with in the last couple of years, it'll go a long way for me and my family. So, yeah, thanks.
Oh, congratulations, Hayden. That $10,000 is all yours, plus you and 3 mates off to see Wrexham. They're coming down under this July. Watch the Red Dragons take on Melbourne Victory and Sydney FC. You can get your tickets now at Ticketek.
Look over there. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a Balrog. Oh, no, it's just Ben Lehman Bell.
It's hard enough picking a baby name that both partners agree on, but now it's gotten even harder because the Australian government has released a list of baby names that you're banned from using.
Now, Ben, you and your wife Sam are expecting your daughter in September. Were you going, damn, I had that, now it's banned?
Yeah, well, I can't use cyanide.
Oh, that's such a pretty name.
Why is that banned, though?
What's poison? If you die, I don't know.
I guess so, but
Yeah, I mean, I can see why it's banned. So these are the list I'm about to...
Uh-oh, this is going to be interesting.
I mean, that 100% ban that.
The list I'm about to read out are banned because people have literally tried to name their babies.
Yeah, of course.
A little sigh.
Yeah, it's like, oh, is that short for Simon? No, cyanide.
I will need to have the censor beep ready because there is some swear words. Let's go. Adolf Hitler, Bonghead, Jesus Christ, cyanide, Dalai Lama, dickhead.
I wonder if that was like the same person. They're like, oh, we'll call him the Dalai Lama. And they're like, but you can't have that. Well, we'll call him dickhead then.
Wow.
Facebook.
Oh.
Who are these parents? No, this is concerning.
Yeah. Harry Potter. I like this one. IKEA.
I mean, that is a very cute Swedish name.
Yeah.
You know?
iMac. Marijuana. Medicare.
What?
Ned Kelly. Nutella.
Sorry, Nutella. Why are we banning that?
I agree with that.
That's a nice name.
Not for a
little
kid,
nut.
not a spread. You know, Nutella.
Could just be Ella, but yeah.
Panties. Ranger. Robocop. Scrotum. Semen. Head.
Yep.
Smelly. Fart. Snort. Thong. Virgin. Socceroo. And Osama bin Laden.
Ending on a biggie.
I'm just concerned about where these kids are now.
So if you had any of those names on your list, you're going to take them off.
Sounds like a weird kid's Google searches.
You like that feeling in your ear holes? That's the Ben Lamb and Bell podcast.
And this one is for all the Book Tok girlies. If you are on Book Tok, which is TikTok, but for like everyone that's into like fantasy and books and book clubs, then you might have heard the name Luke Bateman. He has absolutely blown up. He is Luke's Reads on TikTok, and there was a video doing the rounds that he posted when he just joined Book Tok.
I've just been introduced to the Book Tok community. Love books my entire life. Love fantasy. Fantasy is my main go-to. Obviously being a male in a lot of blue-collar work, not a lot of emotional depth in the men around me.
So that video just blew up. He has like thousands and thousands of followers now on TikTok, and he joins us. Luke, good evening. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
G'day, Belle and Liam and Ben. How are you?
Doing good, mate. Doing good.
They're just here. They're here for the ride, Luke. Don't you worry.
It feels like we're in the way.
Yeah. Oh, we can just leave you to it if you want, Belle. Obviously, you're clearly a big fan. But look, Luke, no, I love this because it's a classic. You know, you don't judge a book by its cover. And you look at you on the surface. You're a big bloke. You're a farmer. But you like fantasy books. What have the people at your work said since all this has gone viral?
It's pretty much only me and my old man at work.
Right, okay.
And I don't think he doesn't even understand what TikTok is. So.
Yeah.
A lot of your videos you do film in what looks like your tractor or something.
Yeah. There's a couple of different tractors that I've filmed in, but yeah.
Right.
So
What do you got? You got the Matthew Ferguson. You on the John Deere. What are you driving?
We got 3 Tiger Cats, 1 John Deere, and just a normal cat, a Hastings deering cat.
Yeah, nice.
Ben used to be a farmer.
Good bit of kit. I also understand everything that's been just said there, of course.
Obviously, you know, you're working hard on the farm, Luke, and then you get a couple of minutes, you jump in, maybe you film a video, maybe you check the DMs, how they've been going since the video popped off.
They've been interesting.
Yeah. How many books are you churning through a month, say?
I'd have to go through about 3 a week, I reckon. But
What?
Yeah, well, because I'm in a tractor all day. Like I'm operating machinery for 10 hours a day, so I've got my headphones on, listening to audiobooks.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I'm so glad you said that, Luke. Can we talk about the audiobooks for a sec? So if you...
No, we can't.
There's a little bit of audio here that I hope is okay to be played on air, but you did post a video of you listening to an audiobook.
His claws were out, but devastatingly gentle on my hips as he slid down between my thighs and feasted on me.
So are you, you're reading 3 books, but are you listening to these, every day at work in the tractor?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not listening to books like that all the time.
Okay.
That's my first romantic novel that I've ventured into, but don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it, but I think I'll just stick to a normal audio box.
I mean, it is a bit hard to get work done when you're listening to books like that.
Yeah.
You also really hope the old man isn't riding shotgun on the tractor.
The most shocking, the thing that shocked me the most was a lot of women have reached out to me and said, I listen to this while I'm doing my groceries. And that to me, and that to me is I could not be in the same house as somebody else, let alone the grocery aisle.
Right. See, I think there's two types of women here, because there's those types of women and then there's me, and we do a true crime podcast every Sunday, and I'm one of the women that's walking around with, like, her head was cut off, her legs were cut off. That's me. So I'm walking around being like, yeah, cool, listening to that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't read that much myself, I must admit, so I haven't really come across Book Tok. Like, my whole TikTok is just Italian brain roll, like pung pung pung. So, you're getting educated from it. I'm just getting dumber. So it definitely, it gives you what you want at the end of the day, I think. But look, if you want to check out Luke's reads, you can on TikTok. He's on Instagram as well. Maybe you can talk books if you like fantasy as well, and you can make a connection there. Luke, you're a legend, man, and good on you.
No, thank you so much, team. Pleasure to chat with you.
If you put on our podcast as you go to sleep, this one's for you.
Gory stories. Yeah, we love getting these stories. They're always pretty grim. 13 24 10 is the number if you've had a horrific injury and you can still talk about it.
We should get this segment sponsored by a Booper or some sort of healthcare provider.
Or Band-Aid.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be a big get, wouldn't it?
And the slogan at the end could always be, you're going to need more than a Band-Aid for that one.
Oh, it writes itself. It really does. Tom in Melbourne joins us now. You've got a gory story.
I was at work last year and I work around excavators, and I was behind the excavator in a blind spot, and the excavator was holding a big metal beam, and I walked right under it thinking about cookies in my bag, and he dropped the metal beam and it landed right on my foot, and it split my boot open, and the steel cap in my boot almost cut my foot in half, and the bones were protruding, and blood everywhere, and my workmate was in a panic, and it was chaos.
Did you lose any toes?
No, I didn't lose no toes. I was off work for nearly 3 months.
Yeah, right. And you were just thinking about cookies.
Yeah, I was thinking about cookies. I wanted cookies.
What kind of cookies do you have in your bag?
They were choc chip, little mini cookies.
Oh, bro, you cut my foot in half right now. I'd take that for a mini choc chip cookie.
All right, Liam, give it here.
Okay. Shaylee, good evening. Tell us your gory story.
So when I was younger, I went walking with no shoes on, got a stick in my foot, kind of felt it, kind of ignored it, didn't tell Mum. A few weeks later, my foot was really, really sore. I couldn't walk on it, couldn't put my shoe on. Mum took me to the doctors. They had a look. I had to have surgery to get the stick removed out of my foot. About 3 hours in on Halloween night, they thought they had found the stick in my foot in between my toes, and they pulled my ligament, and my whole leg stretched out, and I screamed. Mum said, "Nah, no more." They had given me shot after shot of the numbing stuff.
Yeah.
And then, caught it quick, stitched it up, still got the scar on my foot, went walking down the rocks at the lake and popped out. Felt it. My foot was cold. I looked down and it was sticking out of my foot. I had to pull it out myself.
Hang on, the stick?
Yep. About 2-3 centimetres long.
So the stick went in, they pulled your ligament out, and then you just had to pull the stick out a while. That is wild.
That's the part I didn't like. The stick in the foot, I think we've had that a few times.
Yeah.
But the fact that the doctors pulled the ligament and then your leg went straight.
Oh. Stop it. Morgan in Brizzy. Tell us your gory story.
Oh, my partner's going to kill me for telling this. But so we had just finished, doing the deed anyway. As you do, he was starving afterwards, goes out into the kitchen. I hear this scream. I go in there and he has got his foreskin stuck in the drawer. He had to go to the hospital and have 7 stitches and has a nice scar from it now.
He circumcised himself.
Oh.
But how did that... I mean, Morgan, can I ask? Some men have quite long... quite long foreskin.
James Packer.
Was it quite long?
It was stretched out in that time for sure, yeah. But the worst part was it wasn't even getting it stuck in the drawer. It's the fact that he pulled back. And then there was blood everywhere. And he hates blood, and oh, God. I'll never forget it.
Wow. Oh, Morgan, thanks for calling and sharing his story. I
feel like
appreciate that.
Every time you're at your house, you open the cutlery drawer just before dinner. You're Oh, Sarah, tell us your gory story. How wild was that one, by the way?
Okay, so
It was a couple of years ago. I was putting the bins out and I was wearing thongs on my feet.
Yeah.
Stepped on this I felt this excruciating pain, and this sharp thing went right through the rubber of my thongs right into my foot. And I had a look around, and it turned out the crows had been through the bin, and we'd had a barbecue a few days before, and they'd gone through and picked up a lamb chop, like a cutlet bone, and it had been dropped on the grass. So I stepped on it, and the cutlet bone went right through my foot.
Oh.
So, I thought, okay, this is going to heal. Was careful about sanitizing it, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It started to heal up, and for 3 months I was limping around, and I thought there's something really wrong here. Went into hospital. They had to surgically open up the bottom of my foot and take out a piece of chop cutlet. That had been lodged in my foot for 3 months.
Someone should have finished that chop off, you know what I mean? They should have polished that bone a little cleaner.
And that's it.
Liked that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Bell.